Hey guys, Mudar here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I just wanted to make a very simple video using my phone. I didn't really want to go back up and set up my camera and everything because that's just going to take quite a while. Anyway, I've been thinking about this video for quite a while now, and while it's still fresh and while I really feel like I want to talk about it, I just wanted to record it right away before I head back home. I just got back from work. The topic of today's video is forgiveness, and it's something I've experienced when I was 5 years old. That was my first forgiveness lesson. And I remember back then I used to like to cycle quite a lot, and I used to have this small BMX blue color bicycle, and I remember I even had these small supporting wheels in the rear wheel of my bicycle, and I used to just cycle on the road where our house used to be. I used to just cycle all the way to the end and cycle all the way back in our house, near our house. And I kept doing it. I got better at it. I felt very confident, and before you know it, I started going faster and faster. And I remember I started paying less attention because I was just getting really excited with the speed, getting very comfortable. And out of nowhere, this boy comes out of nowhere, just from the side of the road, and my front wheel just basically hits him in the front like this. He kind of falls to the ground. Now, he immediately starts crying. He starts like twisting in pain on the floor. I remember I just froze in my place. I kind of looked at him and I was like, oh dear, this is going to be quite bad. So I was shocked, to be honest. I couldn't say or do anything. As a 5-6-year-old kid, I was like, what just happened? What's going on? And the family of this boy came out of the house because they heard him screaming. And I still remember, they all came out, and then they were like, what's going on? What happened to you? What did you do? And I still remember that question, what did you do? And that question made me really upset. I remember I started like getting very tensed up and getting really defensive, and I started just saying things that don't make any sense. And I was like saying things like, no, it's not my fault. He was running. I didn't do this. I just kept basically saying nonsense because I was just so overwhelmed with emotion. And the mother of this boy came out, and I still remember she had this really, really concerned / angry look on her face. And because obviously her boy was on the ground and he was twisting in pain and all. She looked at the rest of her family members, and she looked at me, and I think she looked at me and she could see the fear in my eyes. She could see how scared I was. I was just giving a lot of excuses, and I was saying a lot of things that didn't make any sense. And she saw the fear in my eyes, and I remember her look just softened, her face just softened. And I didn't expect her to do this. She just came over closer to me, and she just gave me a hug. And after that, she just basically looked at me and she said, I know this was an accident. I know you didn't mean it. It's okay, you can go home now. My son is fine. You don't have to worry about anything. And I remember I was just standing there speechless. I was like, how is this even possible? I just hit the child of this woman, and she came out and she was like, oh, he's crying, he must be scared. I was like, how could she do that? And that experience lived with me for a very long time. And only recently I started thinking about it again. And I was like, how powerful could this woman be to forgive someone that hit her child. And the rest of her family members, they were not. They were like, "What did you do? What is wrong with you? Why, why can't you be careful?" She didn't say any of this. Now imagine how powerful she is, that she just came out. She read the situation very, very well. And the way she reacted was just very kind and very understanding. And it taught me a lesson that I still remember, that I'm actually willing to share with you all as well, about forgiveness. Because let's just reverse the situation a little bit. Let's hypothetically imagine that this woman, came out of the house and she started screaming and she started like smacking me and stuff for hurting her son. What would have that generated? That would have generated nothing but resentment and hatred and anger between people. But she didn't choose any of that. She maintained her composure. She looked at her surroundings, she analyzed everything, and she reacted in the best way possible, which is, in my opinion, is very strong. That you see someone, a complete stranger, hitting your son, and you still managed to maintain your composure while everyone else was losing it. And I think the moral of the video, the moral of the story that I'm sharing with you all is sometimes people say or do things without paying attention. Like how I was cycling and I wasn't really paying attention. I was just cycling and getting too confident and too comfortable. And sometimes, people do things, they make mistakes. They may not be as good like me when I was cycling and I had these two wheels supporting my bicycle. I wasn't that great. Then they make mistakes. And after they make mistakes, they make a lot of excuses. They never apologize. We can blame them for it. We can come after them and say, you made a mistake, you messed up big times. Or we could be like this woman. We could choose to lend them a hand, or we can choose to listen to them first, and we can choose to give them a hug. We can choose to maintain our composure and try to understand the circumstances really where we put ourselves in their position. Imagine how powerful that was, that experience that I had with that mother and the child, and taught me so many things. And here I am talking about it, all from the act of just one individual. So my message to you all at the end of this video is, the next time someone comes to you and they made a mistake, or you're right and they were wrong, just think about what I've just told you. Maybe they don't know how to say sorry. Maybe they're just shocked. Maybe they're waiting for you to give them a hand or give them a hug or teach them something better. Because at the end of the day, people get emotional. People are emotional beings. They get emotional. Sometimes they don't know how to make sense of things. They don't know how to say things that are coherent. So that's my message to you all. And I hope you've learned something from this video. And if you did, then please, I would like to ask you to share and like this video with other people that you think they might find this video beneficial. And that's it for me, really. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.